Hello, okay, now welcome to the throat chakra. I always forget the videos. This is video 6 and the oil I'm using is spearmint. Spearmint is amazing for opening the throat chakra, opening the thyroid gland. Okay, so let's have a wee bit of that spearmint. And today's colours, you can see, I've got a little bit of the solar plexus coming in because they're a wee bit linked, the solar plexus and the throat chakra, and then the beautiful blue, the turquoise. It's funny actually that I have the bikini on. It's a beautiful day here in the UK, so, and it's the colour of the throat chakra, and it's actually around the back of the neck, which is really, really interesting because that's an important point. It's a different chakra in the back of the neck. We sort of have two in a way here. You've got your throat chakra, and then you've got like the Alta Major chakra in the back of your neck. And if you can visualize that almost like a star, like a Merkaba, and it just spins and spins and clears, and it's a bit like this doorway where the light comes in. Okay, they call it like the mouth of God is another name for it. Okay, so that's a really important area to look at for today. And obviously we're looking at here, anything to do with the throat chakra, it's all to do with self-expression, it's all to do with using your voice. And you know if this area is going to be out of balance, that you're going to be, maybe have like a sore throat, you might have neck pain or shoulder pain. It actually goes down and links into the heart as well. Okay, so if you suffer lung conditions, respiratory conditions, asthma, it's all linked to this chakra also, as well as the heart. So these are very much linked, these three. Okay, and you've got this bridge with the heart between the two. Okay, so this beautiful light blue sort of turquoise energy is it's like a purification energy. It's kind of, you've got you've got the water, the sky, the sea. It's all this purification energy coming in to help just to get things into flow, to get things moving. Okay, and this is a big area for me. Okay, we have Joan of Arc with us today, and that's all about the voice of truth. Okay, and it's really interesting because the next chakra we're looking at is the third eye, and that's your wisdom, and that's getting clarity in your life. And I accidentally burnt that card at the third eye, and there's never no accident. Okay, so this is very much when we use our voice. Okay, and what we're doing is all these layers of pain, and we're going to be talking about the wound, in the next chakra, where the source of pain is. And as we start, what we're trying to do here is lift these layers of this armor that we're wearing, that's around our heart, that's affecting our throat, that's affecting us from speaking our truth, from using our voice. Okay, and this can be, with reference to many different reasons. Okay, without going into it too much. You can have past life reasons why you're not speaking your truth. Maybe you did in a past life and something happened to you. For me, that was an issue, but also in this life, I was told to be quiet. I was told to shut up quite a lot. Okay, because I was quite a high energy child, and I have one of them, so I understand. There's no blame here with parents, but that can really start to go into yourself then and think, God, what I have to say isn't important, isn't good enough. And the other area here is looking at sorry, where I'll be dressed today, is looking at I was told I was stupid quite a lot, so that's a big thing. And then you're like, oh, and for me it was like, oh, what I have to say isn't important. So it was really, really important, this area for me. And one of the things that I used to do when I was younger was I used to bite my tongue, and obviously I'm doing a little bit more online, and this is me really facing a lot of fear of public speaking, or doing this type of stuff and judgment or whatever it is, and I'm facing it and I'm doing it, because literally I have to go to the place of what's the worst thing that's going to happen here. Okay, and I've been writing is another way of self-expression. So if you don't need to speak like I'm doing, you start with writing in a journal. There's a beautiful book called The Artist's Way, and it's where we do the morning pages every day, and you're literally just writing all that's in your head, all that craziness. It doesn't make any sense, and it's just like churning around there. You write it down and you just burn it and gratify it, and it's a really good practice to do every single day. And then also, I would say to some clients, you know, maybe create a Facebook group of like a close, you know, not either a closed group or, you know, nobody needs to know you're doing it, and call yourself something, or and you're just writing about different things, and that's helped a lot of my clients. Okay, so there's many different things that we can do, and obviously the hormone gland connected to this is the thyroid. Okay, and that's metabolism, that's energy, that's weight loss as well. Okay, and also I'm connected with the jaw, the teeth. It goes right up into the ears and then around the back of the neck. Okay, and there's meridians obviously that run along here, so that would be connected to the liver and the gallbladder meridian. Whereas, you know, if we don't speak our truth and we keep stuff in, then this resentment can build up and this anger can build up. You know, so one of the things that I've had to practice with that, and this is being, what I've noticed is this, it's like being passed down through my generations of females in my family. So, and this could be the same for you. So it's where, you know, we just hold things in and then maybe blow, you know, and you're blowing over something ridiculous, and it's very confusing for the other person or whatever. So, and it's all about the tone that you're using. So whenever you're frustrated and resentful or not happy in your life, or you're doing too much for others and not feeling like you're even appreciated, you know, that's something for you to look at, because you're giving that and you're doing too much. You're not speaking your truth. And what I always say to people is, you don't actually need anybody to acknowledge and agree with you and hear you. You just need to say it. So one of the things that I started to do with my husband, because I just noticed I just turned into this little child and couldn't speak. And when I did speak, it was all like blah, blah. It was all like silly stuff that didn't make sense. And he was so eloquent. I was like, okay, I may just give up here now. So one of the things I started to do was, at the time when something annoyed me, I said it. And I really watched my tone, and I kept it very gentle but firm, like balanced in the masculine and feminine. And it didn't matter if he heard me, but I said it at the time. Okay, and I started to do this and build this up over small periods of time, and the results have been amazing. And how he's listened to me, and how he's maybe helping me out with, you know, filling the dishwasher or whatever it is, you know. So it's really, really important. And the other thing that I would do also is, maybe like if there's somebody in your life you're struggling with, if there's been a memory has come up for you, or, you know, your boss is bothering you or something like that, I would write them a letter. And I would let, you know, there's no point in going and getting angry with them and just downloading all that stuff to them, okay? Because, you know, it's just transferring one to the other. You can speak to them if you're in the right tone, and if it's not a place of anger, you know. But, you know, what I would do is, and sometimes you can, but I just, in my experience, it doesn't serve anybody, you know, and they just gets their back up. So what I would encourage you to do is get your anger out towards them first, or your frustration, or if there's anything that you need to say, and write it in a letter. Like I remember, God, it must be 3 or 4 years ago, writing my husband a letter, and I wrote, and he says, what are you doing? And I says, I'm writing a letter to you. And he says, oh, right. And then like half an hour later, he says, where's my letter? And I says, no, I don't need to give it to you, I'm just going to burn it. And I feel so much better now I read it. And then I was able to talk to him from this place of getting rid of all of that, because I had to really take responsibility that I was allowing it and I was absorbing it. And there was obviously a vibration in me was believing that, if that makes sense. Okay, it might not make sense. That's a whole other video in itself. Okay, so let's take some hot tea for my throat, because I can feel it going. Okay, when this area is imbalanced, you have no problem speaking, talking, using the right tone. Okay, so you can move on to the next chakra. Okay, when it's out of balance, you know, for me, I'm quite introverted, but I'm also quite extroverted. So I quite like my own company. I quite like not being around a lot of people, but then I'm quite wild and crazy. And so for me, it's an interesting mix. And I do feel that I am shy deep down. You know, I am. I know I am. I'm a Leo, so I'm not meant to be, but I think I just go in between these aspects of myself. So it's about really knowing that in yourself, you know, who you are. You know, when this is imbalanced, we can gossip. Like, that's a big thing that really needs looked at in this world, particularly I think with females. And growing up, you know, I was bullied as a child, and, you know, as I do this type of stuff, I can feel a lot of judgment from people around me, and they don't need to say anything. I can just feel it, and I just, you know, I have to just not hear that stuff in my head, not hear that fear. And some of them might not even be saying it, might just be my own projection, but I just have to keep going and just know who I am and know my truth, and know, you know, if this just helps one person, I just have to keep going. What else? Not listening. Listening is key to this area. oh my goodness, and this is something that I've had to work on massively, is, you know, not just speaking all the time. As you can see, I can speak a lot. I have no problem with that, but it wasn't always the case. So listening is just as important. When you know, allow somebody to speak and listen, and even, you know, not even go off and reflect, maybe think about that one and then come back and respond, that can be just super powerful as well. Okay, the emotions connected to this, you can be afraid of success, non-assertive, you know, can have blurred vision, headaches, eye strain. So it's very much connected to the next chakra with the third eye. So foods that you can eat to balance this area. I mean, this is very loose, you know, we're talking about, you know, the color of the foods, but, you know, there's obviously a whole other area for this with metabolism and, you know, reducing the flame, the mucus forming foods like dairy, but figs, blueberries, purple potatoes, cabbage, things like that. Okay, you're really wanting to get into the color therapy. The colors are really important, you know, to cleanse that area, particularly if you're visual like me. Okay, Kundalini is really important. There's lovely free stuff on YouTube. Brett Larkin has a really good series on Kundalini, you should check her out. And Kundalini, so a lovely one I would do with the neck. So with Kundalini, you're breathing in and out through the nose, so you're going, okay, and if you can do that, you know, you're also clearing this third eye. Okay, so you're clearing this whole area which is connected here, and then you're bringing in a bit of movement, so you're going like this. You're doing that for quite a long time. Okay, you can also bring the shoulders into it. Sorry about my bat wings. Okay, okay, so you're doing that as well, or okay, so it's really important to do that. Okay, and it just gets that energy going. Okay, and the throat is the activation center, and the Alta Major chakra, okay, can get blocked as well. So it's by opening that up. We'll do that in the meditation. Let's see. So it's by really communicating how we really feel. Affirmations. So I honor my true voice. I let it speak. My voice is important to this world, and it is. I can find the right words in all situations. Okay. So before I went on an Instagram live with the relationship coach Lisa yesterday, one of my lovely clients, and I just said some affirmations before I went on, you know, like, you know, actually being in the moment, you know, so I can find the right words in this situation, and I really, you know, it felt it worked for me, you know, because I can't really, I find doing these videos and script and stuff, like I have a wee bit of here just to keep so I don't go too long, but I find literally, oh my goodness, your voice matters. So a daily yoga mantras just came up on one of my apps, and today's subject was your voice matters. There's signs everywhere. You have to be aware of them. So like, you know, the old me would have maybe not mentioned that, would have maybe got distracted from that, would have maybe thought, oh God, has that been shown on the video? But you have to release that control. That's all the sign. Whenever you're sitting in this massive awareness of consciousness, you can see all these signs around that just confirm everything around you. Okay. Journal prompts. What are the same things I feel or think about that I haven't expressed? What are some things I feel or think about that I haven't expressed? Can't read my writing. What are some things I feel or think about that I haven't expressed? And what would I say if I was not afraid of what everyone thinks? This is a big one. Letting go what everyone thinks. Letting go of the need to please others. Okay. So we'll do a lovely meditation. That was stretch out. We'll do a lovely meditation now. Starting to really connect and activate and balance this area. Okay. And then I'll bring these affirmations and journal prompts in at the end for you to think about. So again, if you have an oil, doesn't matter what oil, you're going to get yourself nice and comfortable. Taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can just allow your hands to fall. You can do like a lovely mudra position, or just allow them to be open to receive. And that is very much the difference. We've got meditation and prayer. And prayer is asking for guidance, asking for God's help, and then meditation is just receiving and seeing the answers. So just getting yourself nice and relaxed, and you can start to roll your shoulders up and down and move your neck a little bit. And there's a beautiful oil for this chakra. It's called Deep Blue. It's a beautiful blend that doTERRA have, and it's for the oil of pain. It's the soothing blend. Really lovely. So I want you just to visualize this blue light. It's like a blue light, like a column cylinder of light, just coming straight through our heads, down through our body. And it's like ice. So the ice energy is a really powerful element, and it really it heals any areas that are inflamed when you tune into the energy of ice, this crystal energy of icy blue. I just want you to feel that as you're on your in-breath, and your next in-breath you're going to breathe that up into the head and down through the body, over the face, for all the muscles and joints and organs, and down the body, out through the feet. And as you do this, you're going to allow this ice energy to melt from the head down the body, melt away any tension, melt away any old areas that are stuck, allowing this to flow down the body into the throat and begin to hold the epicenter. I want you to visualize this beautiful light going straight down the esophagus, clearing the way to allow you to speak, to allow you to speak your truth. I want you to follow this light down the shoulders, the back of the neck. I want you to visualize this beautiful doorway opening up at the back of your neck, and this light shooting in. This beautiful blue light. The blue light is connected to Jesus Christ. The blue light is connected to Ashtar. The blue light is connected to the Holy Spirit. Many beautiful ascended masters. It's connected to Archangel Michael, Mother Mary. So much support around this time. Allow this light to come down into our hearts. I want you to see the infinity symbol, the number 8 on its side, and your heart going between your left lung, your right lung, your left chamber of your heart, your right chamber of your heart, down into your solar plexus, between your organs. There's a yin and yang organ, liver, gallbladder, intestines, lungs. So let's go down into the sacral chakra and down into the base, the ovaries, the gonads. Just seeing that figure of 8 going right down the body, right down the legs, into Mother Earth. And then I want you to imagine, I'm seeing frozen now, so let's imagine that this ice energy is going to freeze everything in your body that's not serving you. Any inflammation, any toxins, any thoughts that aren't positive and are negative about yourself, or that have been directed at you from others. So even out around your body, there might be other energies you're feeling, and it doesn't matter if you don't see it all. We're just freezing everything. They get colder and colder, and it's like we're going to blast it all into icicles, loads of particles of icicles. Oh, and it just gets rid of all that heavy energy and all that tension. And I'm seeing us standing under a beautiful waterfall as the water is coming down over the body, into the head, into the endocrine system, the nervous system, the neurological system, out through the soles of the feet. And we're just being given a beautiful chalice. I'm feeling Jesus' energy, Jesus Christ, giving us a chalice to drink from. And allow this blue liquid, this beautiful blue liquid, to soothe the throat and heal this area, and go right down your body, through your feet. And I'm being shown a little bit of Alice in Wonderland. She comes into the next session and it's like a potion. And you know in that movie where there's labels, eat me, drink me. And it's like drink me, and I can see us, you getting bigger and bigger. So you're showing up bigger. You're showing up as who you are. You're allowing that light. This is to do with this light, the light of who you are. It's shining so friggin' bright now. There's a beautiful podcast in Shaman Jarek's Ancient Wisdom Today podcast called Be the Giant. That'd be a really good one to listen to. There's no point in playing small in this world. We do not want to be on our deathbed and going, I wish I'd done this and I wish I'd done that, because of the fear of what others think. Anybody that judges us or that is looking at what you're doing, you're just showing them a part that they need to look at. It's none of our business what their opinion is of us, of you. I'm going to say some affirmations. Just keep your eyes closed and just hear these. I'll repeat them a couple of times. My voice is important to this world. My voice is important to this world. I honor my voice and I let it speak. I honor my voice and I let it speak. I can find the strength, the right words in all situations. I can find the right words in all situations. And some journal questions that you can be thinking about now. What are some things I feel or think that I haven't expressed? What are some things I feel or think that I haven't expressed? And what would I say if I was not afraid of what everyone thinks? What would I say if I was not afraid? I'm sort of going to break that up. What would I say if I was not afraid? What would I say if I was not afraid? And what would I say if I wasn't afraid of what everyone thinks? It's so important. Sit with that and allow that to come in as I just pull us a card to end with in 22 minutes. And we have the 22. 22 is an expansion energy. It's like a doorway to move on to the, it's like action oriented. And it's the 22nd of May tomorrow. A new moon in Gemini, new intentions. Doesn't matter when you're watching this. You can just connect and download the 2-2 energy into your system. You just visualize 2-2-2-2. Allow that to come into your system. It's like a download of expansion energy to help you with whatever you're stuck with. You can call it in at any time. Let's look at the cards. Couldn't write the book. I just love spirit and energy. This is the chalice that we were given of this liquid. It's really interesting because I filmed the next one already, and it's this golden liquid. So this is the cup of replenishment that we've just started to drink, and we're going to continue to drink in the next session. And that's obviously why I'm wearing the yellow and the gold now that I know. So it's like a beautiful golden liquid. Gold is represented by just real deep healing, like deep wisdom, deep wisdom. Represented by Guthami, okay? I've just sliced the deck there and got Mary Magdalene. The teacher awakens. You have something important to share, that is what it says. You have something important to share. There's beautiful roses of Mary Magdalene. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. And then the second card that I pulled the two together is the card of attunement and the card of connection. And it's like an initiation, so it's like this attunement that will come in. It's coming in tomorrow on the 22nd, and it comes in every month, but particularly this year because it's 2020. So any number 2s, number 20s. 2-2s in the month. It's like an upgrade we're getting. It's an expansion energy to propel us forward. We don't even need to know what that is, but it's just to understand that That's why I'm feeling tired. That's why I'm feeling stressed. That's why, I don't know, I've got a headache. And when you have more information, information is key, information is power. And when you have more of that, you go, ah, you can relax a bit more. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me, okay? And I have one more to film. I've been filming these all at different days and different times and whatever, so I have one more to film, which is the heart chakra, leaving the best to last, the rose. So we will keep Mary Magdalene out for that, and I'm going to do that tomorrow. So thank you for joining me. Whatever you do, have a beautiful day, and just go easy with your throat chakra, okay? Give it time to clear, and do some of those journal prompt questions, and watch your dreams, and just interpret them intuitively. Okay, thank you. Bye.